go into the second term here at VFL Park, St Kilda and Geelong, and it's the Saints by 7 points after a great duel between these two teams in the first quarter. There's a chance for Neil to get Geelong going, but he's well tackled early on in this second term and they just bottle it up. Still virtually in the centre square. This crowd, we're told, in excess of 20,000, around the 21,000 mark. So that's a pretty good turnout, but it's ideal conditions.
I think it shows the appeal of VFL Parks, Annie.
Yes, well, certainly as we look across the ground, it's a sea of faces and it's good to see. Ford won it. Morgan tries to take it away for the Cats, can't do so, and he's pinged him. So a chance for St Kilda to go forward through Tony Evans. To the half-forward line, and that's a good, strong mark taken by David Grant. Right on the 50-metre line. Lockett in the square. Now here he comes. With him is Yates. Yates had enough muscle for him then. Lockett has it now, loses it. Tries to bottle it up in that forward line. The umpire allowing play to go on. And eventually the free kick will come the way of Tim Darcy.
Made the mistake of stopping before the umpire blew the whistle, nonetheless.
Anticipated. Darcy's kick, Elphinstone at the back. Sees it go over the line. Well, probably a defender. Kick 2 in the first term. Couldn't believe his luck. He's got a sniff of the goals. There he is with that heavily bandaged left. Favouring it slightly, but just ever so. Again, Mossop from behind. He's really controlling the hit-outs as Andrew Hughes, member of the state squad and a fine footballer, just gets his kick away in time. Down to the half-forward line. The pass is a beauty and he finds Gary Ablett. Too far out to score. He'll put it out in front of Christensen down in the right forward pocket. Christensen's clear. Hooks it back cleverly. Can he find Bruns? Yes, he can.
Beautiful play by Marty Christensen. He knew that if he had a shot at goal from that position, the odds were that he would not score a goal at least. And so he swung it back to immediately down the centre, and it's his teammate Neville Bruns.
Shot at goal. Goal umpire doesn't move. It's through. And back come the Cats to within 1 point of St Kilda. 5-4 plays 5-3 on 7's big lead.
I think the move of Yates to full back, which meant that Christensen had to come from the back pocket to the wing, has worked very well for Geelong because Christensen has done an excellent job on the wing. Yates has contained Lockett from that moment, and Malarkey has even done a better job.
Centre bounce once again. A point the difference. 3 minutes played, second term. From the centre. Drum. Was he held? The umpire said yes. Plays straight on. Gets the handball away. Kick by O'Keefe down towards the forward line. Billy Brownless in front. Distance, well, you could pull Billy out another 40 metres and the distance still wouldn't be a problem. Kick a ball. 35 out, almost directly in front. Has kicked 1 to date. This will give the Cats the lead, which it does. So Geelong go to 6-3, 39, 5-point leaders over St Kilda, 5-4, 34 on 7's big lead.
A good start by Geelong in this second term. And they've really gotten the ball forward. Ablett leading well at half forward, and particularly against Danny Frawley, all the more reason for Ablett to be running around.
Centre bounce. The Cats lead by 5 points. On that occasion it was Alistair Ford who won it, but they can't win it out of the middle. A chance to repel the attack through David Whitty. Gets the handball across to Frawley, who goes wide towards centre wing. Here's a chance now as Manning gets it across to the half-forward line. No mark taken. Boss stormed through, but without the football. It's pushed high back in towards the middle. No mark taken. Bright almost came over the top. The umpire called play on. Now he's picked one out. And it will go the way of Narkle. To half-forward. Well spoiled. Christensen loses the run of the ball. Cunningham overruns it, has to backpedal, and eventually under pressure is pushed over the line and out of bounds. But again, it was Christensen doing the work. Minutes played. Mossop in front. Past Darcy it goes. Pushed down in towards the pocket. Oh, some good shepherding. Saw John Peter Budge clear, but his kick is very, very wide and goes out of bounds on the full. So no score and a chance for the Cats to relieve some of the pressure.
Yates puts the ball back into play. The kick almost looked as though it was going to drop short. Manning couldn't quite get to it. Malarkey took the easy mark and played on. It was tapped away by Elphinston. Picked up that time by Reynoldsson. Reynoldsson now straightens up and puts a long kick towards half forward. Brownless in front. Punched away that time. Breaks the tackle. Brownless with a long hand pass towards Turner. Turner straightens up, but he's kicks offline, and a 1 point the result.
Great play by Brownless, Bob.
Certainly was, Sandy.
And they're the sort of shots that Mick Turner should be kicking. Very rarely misses those on the run. But on that occasion, not successful. As John Collins brings the ball back into play, it's a poor kick. And Peter McConville sees it over the line. Another throw-in to take place. The Cats lead by 6 points with 2 early goals in the second term. From the throw-in, Ford uses the body. Oh, it's going to be a free kick to McConville. And it will be. Been by far the most consistent of the imports for the Saints this year. Scratcher Neal almost with the one hand. Loves a run and does recover. But his kick goes down into no man's land in that left forward pocket region in front of the small scoreboard here at VFL Park, and another throw-in to take place.
Sandy, I do not know what Greg Burns has done, but you know, with St Kilda struggling in this quarter.
Times like this he should be on there. You might like to ask the question tomorrow, Robert. Robbie Elphinstone. Too far out to score, Robbie. You're at half back. But a well-placed kick, and he finds Joffa Cunningham. Now go back and take the kick, Jeffrey. And he does. And he wastes little time. Goes onto that awkward-looking left foot. Elphinstone had crept down. He should have taken the mark. Couch will be on him now. Well done, Elphinstone. Used the body nicely. Trying to poke it out the back was Phil Cronin. And again, they can't get it away. And another ball up. Ford, perhaps a fraction early. Forced onto the left foot then was Frank Coughlin. Kicks down in towards that left pocket region. Stuart Lowe is there. Keeps the ball in play, but straight back towards Andrew Buse. Now he's under pressure, Buse. But he can handle it, and he handles it beautifully across to Morgan. Morgan out of the half-back line down towards the centre. Well done on that occasion by Phil Markle. Clear, gets it across to Alistair Ford. Deep in towards full forward. Lockett's the target. Can't take the mark. Waiting down is Fashini. Silvio loves these, but has he hooked it back far enough? No, he is not, and it drops like lead. Out of bounds on the full.
So 34-40 in favour of Geelong. 8.5 minutes into the second term here at VFL Park. Gary Malarkey to put the ball back into play. Interesting that Malarkey played early in the game with a long sleeve Guernsey, and for whatever reason, one can't understand. Maybe he just doesn't like the cold winds. So it's Phil Narkle now. 50 metres out. Hooks it towards half forward. Yates in the front position, punched away by Lockett. The snap towards goal is offline, and so that kick. Peter Budge, 1 point on the board. He's had a number of kicks, but not doing a lot with them.
5 points the margin. Terry Bright to bring the ball back into play, undecided as to which side to go. Eventually shoots straight down the middle. At the back is Robbie Elphinstone. He's got plenty of support. Ford. Now Coughlin's kick to the forward line, and here's a chance for David Grant. 25 metres out. 45-degree angle, but Grant an opportunity of wrestling the lead back for St Kilda. Right foot drop punt on its way, and he snuck it through. So the Saints are back in front in this seesawing struggle at VFL Park. 6-5 plays 6-4 on 7's big lead.
and a nice piece of football by Alistair Ford. And he's not doing a bad job, and I think he's been quite happy with the fact that Mossop got injured early in the piece, and although Mossop's back in the ruck now, I'm sure he's not 100%, Sandy.
No, he did look in real strife, didn't he? But as you say, he's continuing on.
I think the goal umpire's in trouble too.
He's got a problem. You'll probably pass the fitness test during the week. Mossop wins it again out of the middle. Couch, oh, he collided with Morgan almost. Good play. That was Whitty to the half-forward line. Can the Saints recover? Should have taken that one. Cunningham comes in now. Poor hand pass by Joffa. He'll try and make amends as he goes down upon Christensen. Boss, a fierce tackle. Cunningham back again. Was looking for Ford, who can soccer it off the ground. Does so cleverly to the half-forward line. A chance for Manning. He's clear across half-forward. Goes long, hooking it back, and a well-placed kick finds David Grant. He had a good look then, Bob, and he could see, admittedly, right behind him was Tony Lockett, but he pulled the ball back nicely. Yes, he pulled it back beautifully, Sandy. I think the ball was probably actually meant for Lockett, and would have been a lovely pass anyway, but Lockett, I'm sure, was telling Grant, it's all yours, David. His kick at goal is good, and 2 quick goals to St Kilda see them back in this game again, and they open up a 7-point break. 7-5 to 6-4 on Seven's big lead. Yes, and 2 players there did exceptionally well. One was Joffa Cunningham, who didn't exactly do well in the way he got the ball in the first place, but he kept at it and at it and at it, and eventually got a hand pass in. And then big Alistair Ford had a hand in getting the ball forward again. So 2 goals in a couple of minutes to Grant. A busy player up there on the forward line, and a worry for Stephen Hockey. Centre bounce. 12 minutes played. Second term. Ford this time out of the middle. But it was Brunn's high kick gathered little distance. Here's a chance for the Saints through Coghlan to go down towards the half-forward line once again. Malaki's under plenty of pressure from Manning. Socket off the ground and down towards the centre wing area. Here's a chance for Damien Christensen. Onto the left foot he goes. Couch stands his ground. But, he's playing a ripper game, Coghlan. Playing a ripper, Frank Coghlan. Well, there are a number of young boys in this side that have impressed. Oh, he's in trouble now, Coghlan. Gets the handball away, finds Peter McConville, and they'll get out of trouble eventually. Up towards the half-forward line. Who's waiting down? No one, as the pack develops very quickly, and the umpire will come in and have a bout. Looks like a ham sandwich, doesn't it? I think Elphinson fooled you, Sandy. He's taken the bandage off. It's the confidence from those goals, is it? I'll speak to the eel. No, he hasn't. It was Bruns. Back towards the centre. Over the head of Drum. Cunningham tries to spoil the hand pass. Christensen gets clear. Puts out a long hand pass to 200 gamer Mick Turner. Now Mick loves this. A run, then a shot into goal, and Johnny Mossop can just watch it. Billy Brownless can watch it sail over the top for Michael Turner's first goal. And the Cats come back once again to within a point. 7-5 plays 7-4. It looks as though Burns is about to come on. It's Andy. Sheeny off. And Greg Burns. Listen to the St Kilda fans, Sandy. I think there's a message there. Ford couldn't get it out of the middle. A chance for Christensen. The Cats down to their half-forward line. Turner's amongst it again. Can receive the hand pass from Ablett. Oh, Mick, you're into another open goal. And he's done it. 2 in 2 minutes. And the Cats regain the lead. 8-4 to 7-5. And at this stage, Mick Turner has got some fond memories of the first half of his 200th game. We there saw the somewhat folly. We see the fans having a good look at this, of a player just blindly knocking the ball, and it went straight to the opposition. The player who knocked it found that it was then hand passed to his opponent. 47 plays 52. Cats lead by 5 points. From the centre bounce, Greg Burns showing his vigour early on after coming onto the ground. has been pinged. He'll be keen to get on with the business.
So keen he's got a 15-metre penalty. I thought it should have been Burns' free kick.
To half forward, and a good mark taken by David Wizzy. Didn't see Christensen, but plays on now. Puts it out wide towards the wing. Caught was Peter Budge. Not before he got his kick away forward. A clever tap on. Now a chance for Cronin. Gets clear. Almost check sides it to the half forward line. Trying to tap it further forward was Stuart Lowe. But Malarkey is there, getting it across to Bruns, and the Cats again. Their defence is tightened somewhat, and they're able to push it back towards the half-forward line. Ablett got up high from behind, couldn't take the mark. Storming through was Tony Evans, gets the handball away and towards the middle. Cronin across to McConville's good football. McConville to the half-forward line, and that's a better passage of play as David Grant takes the mark. Has kicked two, both of them in this term, Grant. And a chance once again to regain the lead for the Saints. What a seesaw struggle it's been. About 40 metres out. Gets underneath a drop punt and floats it in towards goal, but is off target. 1 pointer.
Well, even though he missed it, Sandy, I've liked the way that they haven't just made Tony Lockett the main focal point. It's far better that you've got a forward line rather than one man. Right, playing on. Lockett certainly struggling with that knee. Bright puts it forward, and Cronin playing an excellent game for St Kilda. Plays on, the hand pass to Coughlin. Coughlin runs back, swings it across the ground. Cunningham slipped, and as a result, Couch takes the mark. Oh, Couch, not a good hand pass, but Neil was able to take it into the centre. A lovely pass finds Damien Christensen. Darcy gives the ball across to Marty Christensen. Christensen goes now looking for Brownless, and oh, what a beautifully judged mark.
A great mark. A great mark.
Just perfect judgment. His feet were, in fact, I don't think he ever jumped off the ground at all. It was just excellent judgment. I think that Gamble thought he was going to lead. He didn't lead. He stood his ground, and Gamble a little bit off balance, so Brownless going for goal number 3. And goal number 3 it is. And so Geelong 9-4, 58, St Kilda 7-6, 48.
And that is the greatest margin that the Cats have had in this game so far. 2 goals to Billy Brownless in this term, and they've shot 10 points clear. Back in the centre once again. There is Brownless and Gamble. 48 plays 58. Just 18 minutes played. Bruns well tackled, trying to get it out of the middle after receiving from Mossop, but can't do so. And there'll be a free kick to Greg Burns. Plus 15. Burns is keen to get on with it. Trotting driver extraordinaire. Away he goes, setting up the hand pass across to McConville. It's a poor kick by Peter McConville to the half-forward line. The attack repelled, but only momentarily. Evans picks it up. Oh, he's in strife. Can go wide. Over the top looking for Narkle. He's clear. Goes short. They're mucking around with it across that half-forward line. Darcy juggles it and should get his team out of trouble. Well, St Kilda have only themselves to blame for that. The kick to Bright at half-back. Right on the boundary line. Terry Bright, short to Turner. Effective. Still not quite down to centre wing is Mick Turner. Drifts it in towards the centre. Forward waiting down, got a hand to it. McConville's kick was beautifully smothered. That's good play by Reynoldsson. He put Muse under the hammer though, and the little plumber's under pressure there. Now Christensen is having a fair game to full forward. Let's watch Brownless. Oh, he almost plucked it with one hand, and Ablett has it thumped away from him. Great to see the skills of the game in that area coming out. Almost won. Throw it. Geelong's right forward pocket. They lead by 10 points. 20 minutes played, second term. 4-2 doing the leading. Brownless in front, but straight to the goal freak in Elphinstone. Gets his kick away. Who's going to be first to recover? An opportunity for Neil. He's up against Narkle. Narkle beats one and smothers the hand pass. It goes over the line. The throw in the take pass. 10 points favouring the Cats. Elphinstone certainly favouring that league now. Narkle again. Pulled off the football when he didn't have it. And will receive a free kick. To centre wing. Mossop could have given a shove, but play goes on. A chance for Cronin. He's clear to the half-forward line. No mark taken by Grant. Cunningham is well caught. Play on is the call. Grant is held and will be free kicked. So David Grant, 2 goals, 1 for this term. And St Kilda certainly need this, trailing by 10 points at the moment. He's 40 metres out, almost directly in front. A little closer than his last shot when he scored it behind. It's a better looking kick though by David Grant, and he's put it through for his third, and the Saints 8-6, trailing Geelong 9-4 on 7's big lead.
David Grant proving an excellent forward in this term. Damien Drum off the ground for Geelong. Darren Morgan back on. And there is David Grant. It's Damien Drum walking around the boundary line. We await the centre bounce. Alistair Ford of St Kilda will compete against John Mossop of Geelong. Burns in there at the centre bounce. And the free kick has gone Geelong's way. Must have been an extra player in the centre. Cunningham might have been the player to infringe. Runs, tried a couple of times. Ablett loses it. The kick comes from McConville. It comes out wide. Tapped forward by Darcy. Joffa Cunningham. Good play, Cunningham. He dived in, dived after it again. Gets the hand pass up to his teammate in Evans. But his Evans kick goes straight to the opposition. Damien Christensen to Buse. Cunningham comes through, misses it with the tackle. Beautifully smothered by Evans. The Saints are really desperate at the moment. Excellent football down there. They might not have got the ball clear, but they showed a real desperation that is required of players, whether you've got ability or not.
Throw in. A chance for Coughlin. Nicely tapped down to him by Ford. Back in towards the centre, manning the target. Malarkey is with him. Burns got a touch, but that was all. Reynoldsson through, leaves it for Bright. Across to Boss, he's clear. Goes long and a lovely penetrating kick to Ford. And the mark has been claimed. No, it hasn't been claimed. Well, they all stopped.
I thought Frawley took the mark,
yes.
Sandy.
And then the umpire came in and said no play on. Now Ablett's saying it's mine. Danny Frawley's saying it's mine. He's saying to one you go back to Druin and the other you go back to Potato Farm at Ballarat.
Either way, it's a bounce. Runs came in. Picked up by Whitty. Whitty's kick, missed by Narkle. He fortunately gets a free kick, but he missed a sitter. Phil Narkle plays on. Goes wide, a well-placed kick. Just too far for Burns. Will the ball bounce for him? He taps it over the top, looking for Manning. Manning taps the ball on. Good play by both Burns and Manning. Manning now goes long. Grant's there again. And David Grant, who has kicked 3 in this term. So Grant from 45 metres out. He'll kick from about 50 metres to be exact. Can he make the distance? Kicks from exactly 50 metres off the side of the boot. Mossop's there for Geelong and it takes the mark. So John Mossop, 54 to 58 in favour of Geelong. Short pass to Christensen. I don't see any sense in those. Again, 5 metres. Christensen now comes across the ground. Coughlin doesn't quite finish up with a mark. Grant gets the hand pass in. Cunningham's there. Cunningham goes straight across the ground and finds Collins. Collins now. Oh, no good putting it to Lockett. He's got Moss up there with him. He got into the back of Lockett. How the umpire missed it, I do not know. Everyone in the crowd saw it as Christensen took the hand pass from Bruns. It goes towards the boundary line, just kept in play by Couch. Couch puts a high floating kick forward. Morgan in the front position, punched away by Ford, picked up by Neal, across to Bruns. Bruns in towards the centre. An awkward bounce, well trapped out by Buse. And Buse now showing a good turn of speed, but under pressure from Evans, hooks the ball forward and Brownless takes the mark. So Brownless has kicked 3-2 in this term. As we see Cunningham and Buse picking the ball and picking the socks up. And it's Brownless with the ball. 50 metres out. The kick by Bill Brownless is a ripper.
He can kick a ball, can't he?
4 goals to Bill Brownless. And so once again, Geelong with a 10-point lead. 10-4, 64, St Kilda 8-6, 54.
We say Ablett's exciting to watch, Bobby, but isn't Brownless so great to see a young player come up and suddenly the spotlight falls on him and he doesn't let the fans down.
And I think Ablett would love it.
Yes, three more.
A lot of pressure off Ablett.
So, back in the centre once again, and the Cats at the moment able to answer the challenge and hold.
Oh, this is
St Kilda at bay. There's another infringement out of the centre square. Bruns receives the hand pass, goes up towards his captain on the half-forward line, and I think he might...
No, he didn't touch Turner. He did not touch Turner.
Well, it's amazing the ones they pick up and the ones they miss. Nevertheless, Ablett gives him a lead into the pocket. Goes over the line, but nothing was picked up
there. He touched McConville more than vice versa.
Makes you wonder whether it's a case of one side being down while they're down.
Hang on there, one's second last and one's last, Sandy.
There's a fair difference between them, isn't there? One's lost 10 straight, and the other one's won at least 3. Ablett looking for the free kick.
And should have got it.
Brownless. Good kick under pressure. He got it down to that forward line, but only to see David Whitty take the mark. Now Whitty kicks out of the shadows into the sunlight. Waiting down is Morgan. He's under pressure, loses it. A chance for Coghlan. He's been a trier. Coughlin's kick to the centre of the ground, but well taken by Terry Bright. Plays on beautifully, gets clear up towards the half-wide line. He spotted Brownless and he takes a strong mark. Under plenty of pressure then from Cunningham.
Now, if I were Brownless, Andy...
Now, Joffrey, you'll go in a minute.
If I were Brownless, it would be the torpedo punt kick. There wouldn't be any short passes.
Well, let's see if he listens to you. He's going short. Oh, he's gone very short, and it hasn't worked. Well, he should have listened to you because Tony Evans will clear for St Kilda. Down towards the centre wing area. Push towards the boundary line, and it will drift over for another throw-in. Steve Reynoldsson.
Why would the best kick in league football not go long?
Don't ask me. Don't ask me. It's John Devine. He's probably scratching his head too as Reynoldson's hand pass is loose. Straight to McConville. McConville onto the left foot. To centre wing, and once again lurking there is Terry Bright. And he goes short. Andrew Buse. He lost the football then by himself. Phil Cronin, I don't think, touched it.
The greatest exhibition of umpiring today, isn't it?
No. Ablett under enormous pressure. Morgan looking for the hand pass. Across to Christensen. Onto the right boot. Pulls it back, but not enough. And in fact, out of bounds on the field.
So David Whitty will bring the ball back into play for St Kilda. Right alongside the behind post. He's allowed to play across the ground.
They're not too sure, I think.
Well, I think these players will realise that the umpire's a little bit different than normal. So the hand pass comes over the top from McConville, taken by Burns. Burns short kick, Narkle takes it, but there's the siren for half-time. And at half-time we see St Kilda on 8 goals 6, 54, Geelong 10-4, 64.